As I told earlier, I am not from a computer science stream. I had to do a lot of things on my own.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Learning Bridge. I hope you guys are doing good and staying safe. तो guys again हम वापस आ चुके हैं एक और बहुत ही फ्रेश इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस के साथ में एंड दिस इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस इज गोइंग टू अबाउट इंडियाज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्टार्टअप ओयो रूम्स। तो गाइज ये वाला जो इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस है वो फ्रेशर्स के लिए एंड प्री फाइनल ईयर में जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं एंड जो प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं प्लेसमेंट्स की उनके लिए बहुत ही ज्यादा हेल्पफुल एंड मोटिवेटिंग हो सकता है। सो मेक श्योर यू वॉच दिस इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस टिल द एंड इस वीडियो में हमारे साथ अपना इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करने के लिए है अमृतांशु झा। ही हैज ज्वाइंड ओयो रूम्स एज अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर 2-3 months back. And the most important thing about Amritanshu is he is not from a CS background. Yes guys, you heard it right. He is not from a CS background. Still he was able to make into India's one of the best startup that is Oyo Rooms as a software engineer. So उन्होंने Oyo Rooms का पूरा इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस हमारे साथ शेयर करा है। क्या इंटरव्यू राउंड्स होते हैं, कैसे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, क्या टॉपिक्स पढ़ने हैं एंड बीइंग अ नॉन सीएस गाय आप कैसे रिसोर्सेज एंड क्या एक रोड मैप पूरा फॉलो कर सकते हो फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग अपने आप को इन कंपनीज के लिए प्रिपेयर करने के लिए। एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन इज कि जब हम इन तरीके की कंपनीज में जाते हैं एज अ फ्रेशर्स तो वहां पे हमें क्या करना होता है एंड कंपनीज हमारे लिए क्या करती हैं। तो इस तरीके के कुछ क्वेश्चंस के आंसर अमृतांशु ने दिए हैं। सो मेक श्योर यू वॉच द वीडियो टिल द एंड वीडियो अगर पसंद आए तो डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू लाइक एंड शेयर द वीडियो। इफ यू गाइस आर न्यू टू माय चैनल देन टेक अ मोमेंट टू सब्सक्राइब द चैनल एंड प्रेस द बेल नोटिफिकेशन आइकन so that you keep on getting the notification about latest interview experiences. तो गाइस इसी वीडियो में मैं अपने चैनल पे आने वाले नेक्स्ट इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस की भी हिंट देने जा रहा हूँ। तो गाइस यार कमेंट सेक्शन में बताना अपना करेक्ट आंसर कि नेक्स्ट इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस किस कंपनी के लिए हो सकता है एंड हिंट ये है कि इट इज गोइंग टू अबाउट इंडिया सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म। सो देखते हैं कौन कौन कमेंट में सही गेस कर पाता है। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम लेट्स क्विकली जंप ऑन टू द इंटरव्यू सेशन। हाय मितांशु, वेलकम टू माय चैनल एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर टेकिंग योर टाइम आउट फॉर this session. So let's begin with our question hour. First, I would ask you to quickly introduce yourself.
Okay, so hello everyone. I am Amritanshu and I recently graduated from NSIT in 2020 and my branch was instrumentation and control. And right now I'm working as a software engineer at Oyo. I began this journey in August this year.
So Amritanshu, how did you get interview opportunity with Oyo and was there any CGPA criteria to apply in Oyo?
So Oyo came for our on-campus recruitment drive in August last year, and Oyo allowed all the branches, I think, and the CGPA criteria was 6.5.
What is the complete interview process of Oyo for freshers? Like how many rounds were there, and in each round, what kind of questions and topics interviewers were asking?
So Oyo had a coding test first of all. It was the regular test, so it had 2 DSAlgo questions and there were some MCQs. I think they were based on like the regular CS subjects that we study. And apart from this, they had after the coding test, they shortlisted a few students for the technical round of interviews. They had 3 interviews, and those interviews were based on our resume, our projects, and most importantly DSAlgo. In the first round, the interviewer grilled us on our resume, and like I had a question on HashMap implementation, so I had to write code for that, and like I think that was all in the first round. Like a few subject related questions also in brief, very brief. The second round was also DSAlgo based only. The questions were based on heaps. Like for some students, it was a graph question. For some, it was based on heaps. In my case, it was a regular array question that we commonly see on interview preparation sites. I had already seen that question, so it was rainwater trapping. Like most of the students will know this question. The interviewer asked me to first of all optimize space, then asked me if I could optimize time also. So I gave him 2-3 approaches for this, and I think the interviewer was quite happy. So after this, there was the final round. So Oyo doesn't have a HR round like there are in a lot of companies. All the 3 rounds were technical interviews only. So the third round was also based on DSAlgo majorly, and some points from our resume and a little bit of the CS subjects. Like they didn't grill us that much on subjects. They asked us very basic questions like, in OOPS, what is inheritance, and like does C++ support multiple inheritances, and like things like that. So these were the questions that were based on subjects. In the last round, I had a question from dynamic programming. So it was basically like finding the minimum cost in a 2D matrix. I gave a brute force approach also for this first, and then I optimized it to a DP solution. So the interviewer was quite happy, and like all this took, I think, all the 3 round of interviews took almost the entire day. So like we were very tired at the end of it.
Thank you, Amritanshu, for letting our viewers know about the complete interview process of OYO. I hope it will help them to prepare themselves for the same. Few of my subscribers wanted to know that is competitive programming very, very necessary to crack good product-based companies? If not, then why?
So no, it's not mandatory. I have seen a lot of students from my college also doing competitive, and like they've all cracked the best companies that come on campus. Like I can tell you one thing, that if you are doing competitive programming and like you have been very regular and sincere throughout, you will almost face no difficulty in the coding tests. The interviews are majorly based on the questions that we see, the common questions that are asked in interviews. For the coding test, you need to have like some kind of experience with competitive programming, or if not, you need to know at least major algorithms and stuff like that, so you can like try those questions on your own. So I think for the coding test it helps a lot if you have done competitive programming.
We all know the level of interviews in startups, how rigorous it is, and obviously tough to crack. So Amritanshu, how did you prepare yourself for the campus placements? What was your strategy, complete roadmap, and important resources you followed to prepare yourself?
As I told earlier, I am not from a computer science stream. I had to do a lot of things on my own, and I didn't really have like a lot of friends around me also doing competitive programming or preparing for coding interviews in general. I took 2 courses offline, and like they gave me a good idea about the basics. I was familiar with all the data structures, and I could solve easy and some medium questions. Apart from that, what gave me the edge was mostly preparing for like specifically for interviews from Geeks for Geeks or LeetCode. GFG has a good UI right now, so like I think it's the best platform for students to like prepare if they are preparing for companies. On Geeks for Geeks, what I did was I used to follow this list. There's a list of must do questions for company interviews. I think that list has some tricky questions also. So if someone is not familiar with the basic data structures and the underlying concepts, so what they should do is they should go for practice on Geeks for Geeks, and they should like select questions company wise, and select Amazon, Google, and all those big companies, and first try solving the easy level questions. If you are familiar with the easy level questions and if you can like solve them in a jiffy, so I think then you should move forward to this list must do questions. I can personally tell I have given a lot of interviews. I can personally tell that most of the questions that I have been asked were from that list only. So if you are like familiar with that list, I think you have a really good shot of like clearing interviews, especially if they're on campus. Like for off campus, it's a whole different ball game. But like for on campus, I think these questions are sufficient. I think you have to understand the concepts also like while solving, and you have to try it on your own before reading the editorial. So first try it on your own. If you are stuck on it for a long time, then you can refer to the editorial.
Most of the time, students face so many challenges while picking up project ideas, technologies, and job profiles. So, according to you, how should they plan it and better utilize it?
Like this is a doubt which I also had in like while applying for placements in my 4th year. So at that point of time I did like very small projects, so I have understood the importance of project. I think I was rejected in one major company. I interviewed for Salesforce. I interviewed in April. I think one of the reasons that I didn't get the offer was because of my project. So basically what I then try to do is I try to pick up a skill like web development, or if students want they can delve into Android, or even like some students are already contributing to open source, so like they are already at a very good level, so they don't have to worry about projects. So what students can do is like pick a technology, and like say if you pick Android, then what you should do is like while you create an app, say, and you also publish it on the Play Store, so and include a link of that in your resume, so the interviewer can actually see like what your project is and that you've actually published it. So if you are like also making a website, you have learned Node.js and you have also learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So what you can do is you can make a website, like a small website, say you build a URL shortener, and what you should do is you should try to deploy your project on Heroku or any other platform, and include a link of that in your resume, so the interviewer can actually like go to your project, and he can ask you questions based on your project, and like he can actually see what you have built. I think this is one approach that students are not following at the moment. So whatever you do, include a link of that in your resume, like whatever project you have done, be it Android, like be it if you like publish an app, or if you have made a small website. I think it's very important that you should include the link. You should include the GitHub link also, and the the live project link also.
Okay, Mitanshu. So again, a very important question for you. So most of the time people face challenges while hunting for off-campus opportunities. So what kind of resources freshers can use to hunt for off-campus internships or full-time opportunities?
First of all, the most important tip, you have to be active on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the one thing that will help you the most. What you can do is you can follow a lot of pages which keep regularly posting about updates from company internships and like off campus opportunities. So you should follow all those pages, and then you should like go and apply. They also mention the links, so then you should try applying on LinkedIn or on their company website. I agree that getting an interview call is very difficult. In any case, you should keep trying. I think like if students are on the hunt for internship, they can resort to LinkedIn or these apps. There are also there's Cutshort, there's Hirist. So you have to be really active if you want to grab an internship or an off-campus full-time opportunity. Some students, what they do is they only focus on applying for the companies and not building their profile. So I think you should first of all work on your resume also. Like you should make sure that if someone is listening to you, then your resume is like good and it has good projects. If you have an alumni who's working in a particular company, then you can also like resort to referrals. And also one thing that I want to mention here is if you are active on LinkedIn and like if you are posting content on LinkedIn, that increases your reach, so profile reach, so recruiters can directly contact you. Like I've seen in my case, when I like started getting a little bit active on LinkedIn, and when I posted about the position that I was joining, so after that I suddenly got messages from a lot of recruiters for and like they ask whether you are available for this opportunity or not.
Okay, Mitanshu, so I'll wrap this session with one last question. When we start our career as a fresh with any company, in the starting months, like starting 3-4 months, do companies provide any kind of training to us, or we need to do it by our own?
I think this is a very good question. So मैंने भी ये mistake की थी in my final year. If I would have known like the kind of technologies my company was working on, I could have like learned in advance. But that like doesn't affect that much. So like in my case, Oyo gave us a few training sessions. I think if like someone can get in touch with the company HR, or if you like know what your company's tech stack is, so you can actually like once you have an offer, you can like in your fourth year you can focus on learning that particular skill. That doesn't affect that much, but it surely helps. So in my case, like the company gave me a few webinars based on like the all the technologies that we are using here at Oyo. At the end of the day, we have to learn it on our own only. Like specifically in my team is working mainly on Java, Spring Boot, and Ruby on Rails. They gave us a few training sessions on Java and Spring Boot, and like also on the deployment architecture and stuff. The company doesn't like spoon feed you. They will tell you like what to do, and they will give you resources for that. But at the end of the day, you have to learn these things on.
Thank you, Amritanshu, for being part of our show and sharing the entire interview experience of OYO and all the strategies, advices, tips, and important resources with our viewers. So I'm pretty sure it will help them to prepare for OYO and even for other product-based companies. So before ending this session, again, a big thanks to you. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys have liked this video and the complete interview process of OYO. If so, then do like and share the video and subscribe the channel. So let's meet on next Saturday with another amazing interview experience. Till then, stay safe, stay home.